Every program you've ever used does exactly one thing. It follows instructions. Today, I want to talk about what that actually means. We always hear about smartphones or smart TVs or even smart fridges. Those are all just computers. But that's a misconception. Computers in themselves are not actually smart. Computers are designed to, well, compute. They are extremely fast and precise, but they're not intelligent or creative, even with the rise of AI lately. They do not understand or have context like we do unless we explicitly give it to them. Instead, they do exactly what they're told, exactly how they're told to do it. And that's not a limitation, it's the whole point. And that is where a program comes in. We use programs all the time. In fact, you're using one right now to watch this video. Now, they can get pretty complex, but to keep it simple, a program is a set of instructions. If we want to be more specific, it's a set of instructions written in a way that a computer can follow. Let me just fix that. That's important because for a computer to perform an instruction, it has to be clear. It has to be exact. It has to be unambiguous. Unambiguous. Man, talk about a $10 word. Why is that? Well, computers don't infer intent. They don't fill in gaps. They don't know what you meant. They can only work with the input that they're given. So, if you give vague instructions, it could mean you get the wrong result, or something could crash, or you could get a programmer's worst nightmare, unexpected behavior. Okay, we're getting a bit technical here, so let's try to make sense of this using an analogy. A few days ago, I put together a cabinet that arrived disassembled. Thankfully, it came with a booklet on how to put everything together. All the pieces were clearly labeled and separated. There would be an instruction in the booklet that said, 1. Attach the right side of part A to the left side of part B by tightening the provided screws labeled S in hole H. I followed this step, and then I followed the next step and continued on doing that process until I had a complete cabinet. Now, there were a lot of screws and fasteners that came in that box. And had the instructions just said, attach this to that with a screw, it's very likely that I would have used the wrong screw or tried to screw it in at the wrong place. The bottom line is that computers follow instructions step by step. But it's important that those instructions are well defined, because otherwise the computer will either not do anything or it may do the wrong thing. And that's really what we call a bug, just a misunderstanding between humans and computers. I say misunderstanding. Computers don't really understand things. But that's getting into another topic. To make sure everything is as clear as possible and to remove any ambiguity, we have to learn and use what we call a programming language. Now, don't worry, I promised no code and I'm going to stick to that promise. I just wanted to bring it up now so that you have a little bit more context when we do get around to actually using code. But the main thing that I want you to get out of this video is that programs are instructions and computers are instruction followers. When we program, we are essentially just designing and writing a manual of instructions for a computer to follow. So how do we begin to build this manual? That is where control flow comes in. Control flow is simply how we decide the order in which instructions are run and where the program goes next. Every single program, no matter how simple or complex, is built from these ideas. And in the next video, we'll start by looking at how instructions are run step by step. Thanks for watching.